decade since the famous Dempsey County Long Count battle in Chicago 8 years before. Everyone's stunned by the fury of Lewis's attack.
What's happening, my friends? It's Cast Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people who just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. Miss Cass, hashtag JBT, Mike Mazik. Salute, Mike. Appreciate you 1,000%, bro. Salute to everyone. And welcome to another episode of Cast Sports, the Box Storian. Today, the life and career of SOG, Andre Ward. And you know what time it is. If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's the Box Storian, bringing you all that boxing history. Boxing is the greatest sport of them all. That's why we love it. Can't get enough of it. How's everyone? It's the Friday afternoon edition of Cast Sports, the Box Storian. pulled right up on another weekend. And those 5 big cards. We're going to look at a couple of them. You know, we got Jaime tonight. The big one tomorrow is AJ against Triple D. You still think Triple D going to stop him, Mike? I know Mike had Triple D stopping him yesterday. Mike said somebody is going to get parked in this fight. And we are right up on it. It's Friday. If you're not ready for the weekend, you better hurry up and get ready because it's here. We're right at the end of another big week of boxing history. We're going to end it with the profile. That's right. Son of God, Andre Ward. Undefeated. Won that big Super 6 tournament in the super middleweight 168 division. We need more of those type tournaments, man. How would one look at 154? How does that division is right now, man? Woo! Virgil Ortiz, Bud, Fundora, Tim Tszyu, Madrimov, Bohachuk. Yeah, tournament would be right on time at 154. 135 too. With the all the guys they got. Okay, yeah, Mike still got the upset. Okay. Yeah, we need some more of those Super 6s. It could be a Super 10. Just need to get all these guys to mix it up. And that Super 6 was a smashing success when they had it, man. Andre came out on top. We're going to talk about that today because he was a part of that. He's our profile ending this big week of boxing history. We're going to wait about 10 or 15 minutes to get started. Give a few more people to get into the building. Because since I said I started at 2:30, a lot of people start showing up at 2:30. But it's all good. It's Friday too. Still early in the JBT day. You know, we got a lot coming up on Friday. Had a lot already. You know, started at 6:30 this morning with Crush the Legend. Yeah. So yeah, JBT, just boxing talk. Every day is a big day, but Friday is the biggest. And we're trying to get every day like that. You know, boxing talk all day long. And on Wednesdays, we got a little bit of fashion thrown in there too. Remo did a little fashion today at 10. I was mad, man. I was waiting on that fashion or clashing segment, then he went off. You just wait and see if Remo come in here. I'm going to get it. Technique got, no, man, AJ by knockout. Okay, Technique got AJ by stoppage. Knockout, okay. We're going to find out tomorrow. All we got is a wake up. But before that, we got three tonight. Mm-hmm. We still got 3. No, we had it on the schedule earlier. We're going to look at it real quick in a minute. That's the big one of the weekend, though, the AJ Triple D over there from Wembley. They're going to have almost 100,000 folks up in there. You know, it's not at the Wembley Arena. It's at the stadium. Almost 100,000 going to be packed in that bad boy, man. Yeah. Just think if Fury beats Usyk and we get AJ and Fury, they might have to add some seats in there. They got 100,000 capacity. They might have to add some seats onto that Wembley Stadium. Hardcore boxing news. #JBT. What's up, Jay Hardcore? The founder of the JBT. So, you know, we got to give a big salute to Jay Hardcore. What an idea he had, man, this JBT. And it's firing on all cylinders. And we're still a young organization, you know? Basically just getting off the ground. A salute, Jay Hardcore. #JBT. We're going to be talking about SOG today. Andre Ward. 32-0. Okay. Win that big Super 6. And we need more of them today. It don't have to be a Super 6. It could be a Super 10 or a Super 12. You know, imagine when at 154 with all those big names, man. All those youngsters at 135. A tournament going on, man. I already knew who would come out on top, but, you know, the rest of them would be going for second place. That monster from Baltimore would win it, you know. The face of boxing. I'm a little biased. Jarrell Hattie. Ant McQueen in the building. And Jarrell Hattie. Good afternoon, fellas. Welcome to the Friday afternoon edition of CAD Sports. We're going to be talking about Mr. SOG today, Andre Ward. Got those 5 cards this weekend. Ray Patterson, straight out of New Jersey. What's up, RP? Welcome to everybody. This is Friday. And I'm still early in the day, and we done had some great acts so far. Started it off with Crush the Legend this morning. BVO Boxing TV featuring Crush the Legend. Then Jay Hardcore. We went and hung out in the hangout at 8 a.m. Jay Hardcore, And then Remo came on this morning around 10. It was a special little, I guess it was Let's Talk Fashion. I was mad though, wait till I see him. I was waiting for Fashion or Clashing, and he went off, didn't even do Fashion or Clashing, man. How you gonna do Let's Talk Fashion without Fashion or Clashing? Wait till he get in here. You know what I know? He better not show up. I'm gonna get him, man. What? Gallo Negro. God damn. G-A-L-L-O-N-E-G-R-O. Gallo Negro. What's up, Gallo Negro? How you doing today, bro? Wow, what a name. Welcome. Salute. All that. Yeah, but then, after BVO featuring Crush the Legend, 6:30 a.m., Jay Hardcore opens up the hangout for us to hang in at 8 a.m. for a couple hours. Remo had a little thing this morning around 10. Then you got Cash Sports, the box historian, at 2, bringing you, Casual's Corner at 12 with Ant McQueen, breaking down boxing. You have not watched the fight until you watch one after a Casual's Corner breakdown. Okay, Ant McQueen, 12 p.m. Then 2 o'clock, Cash Sports, the box historian, bringing you all that boxing history. Then at 4 p.m., Just Do Boxing, The Voice, bringing you that balanced, unbiased boxing talk. You get both sides of the equation and you get it right. Everything going on in boxing today. Then at 8 p.m., Jay Hardcore spins the block on Fridays, and he stopped in here while he's spinning it. But by 8, he'll be back around the block and open up the hangout again for the Friday night hangout. And buckle your seatbelts, man, because anything going in that Friday night hangout. And BYOW, bring your own whatever. That's at 8 p.m. tonight. The Friday night hangout is Friday. 9 p.m., the Mighty Rise podcast. You're gonna have Senior and Coach Squeeze, and you might see both of Javante Tank Davis as coaches in there, Calvin Ford, Kenny Ellis, not being interviewed, chopping it up with the Chet as co-host of the show. One of these days, you might see the face of boxing himself in that bad boy. You know that? Mm-hmm. Then at 10 p.m., we are going to shut it down like we do on Fridays with AWM, not the Angry White Men. Yeah, AWM, the Angry White Men. William Old School Rant and D1, and they will be angry. If they ain't angry, Old School invents something to be angry about, and then they're gonna get D1 angry. That's at 10 p.m. Shutting it down in style. Okay, that's how we doing it today, and it's still early. We got like 4 or 5 more acts to go, so stay tuned to the JBT network. Keep it right here. Just Do Boxing will be right behind me at 4 p.m. And you just heard that fantastic lineup. And then we got these 5 cards. Jaime is back in there tonight. Jaime is fighting Eric Bazinian. I guess that's right. 12 rounds. That's at super middleweight. Richard Torres Jr., that fantastic young heavyweight, is on the card against Joey Dawizko. Emiliano Vargas. One of Fernandez's sons is on there. Larry Friars, he's up to 8 rounders. Junior welterweight. Charlie Suarez, Jorge Castaneda, 10 rounds. Junior lightweights. Alan Garcia, 8 rounds to be announced, lightweights. A couple more fights on the card. And then we got another one. That one there is from Arizona, Glendale. Becoming a big boxing town, Glendale is, yeah. And then we got another card coming out of Dublin, Ireland, right? That's Callum Walsh. I ain't even gonna mess with the name. He's fighting. It's got like 50 letters in it. Dublin. It's middleweights. Junior middleweights, 10 rounds. And then the third card tonight is coming from Ontario, Canada. Oh my goodness. Suck Deep Thing. Pause. What it is. Think Suck Deep. Pause. Here it is. I'm gonna let you pronounce it. I think it's Suck Deep. Soup Deep or something. Pronounce it for yourself. I'm gonna have it in there in a minute. But he's headlining the card from Ontario, Canada. There it is. What's that? Suck Deep? Pause. He's fighting somebody with a name just as bad as his. Okay. But that's 3 cards tonight. Then the big one is tomorrow from London, England. AJ versus Triple D. 12 rounds for the IBF heavyweight title. That's the one that got stripped from Usyk, remember? Yeah. Right? So that's tomorrow. Over there in Wembley, it's at the stadium, not Wembley Arena, it's at the stadium. There'll be 100,000 folks in there. Right? It says how Joshua can beat his younger self in this fight. Liam Smith on the card against George Kelly. That should be a good one. That's a cool man. Joshua Buatsi fighting tonight. Willie Hutchinson. It's not a bad card at all. Anthony Casey on there. Josh Warrington. Wow, wait. Hamza Shiraz. Mark Chamberlain. That card ain't bad, man. They put one together there. Then it's another one tomorrow, another one from Canada. John Pascal, man. That guy as old as me. Is that his son or something? Is that the John Pascal? The guy's got to be 50. He must be trying to break B-Hop's record or something. But that's a cruiserweight, 10 rounds. So 3 cards tonight, 2 tomorrow. Big weekend of boxing, man. We are going to be busy as boxing fans. Salute Al Booger in the building. What's happening? We're going to be talking about SOG today, Andre Ward, son of God. Retired undefeated. I think he was, what was he, 33? I think he was only like 33 years old when he went out. Andre had a good 4 or 5 more years. 32 fights. But he got out and never came back. Let's talk fashion. I got a bone to pick with you too, bro. I was sitting there this morning waiting on is it fashion or clashing segment, and then you went off, man. What happened? I was like, woo, let's talk fashion on again today. We getting ready to get some more fashion, or is it fashion or clashing, but we didn't get it. Damn, I had to go cry in the car. But it's all good. It was still another good show from our fashion guy, Remo. Gave us an extra show today, but we didn't get is it fashion or fashion part. But it's all good. Appreciate you, Remo. I done got a bad grade, so I better stop. Okay. Remo says, I'm working on the Friday format. Okay. All right, you get a pass this week, but next week we want to let it's a fashion or clashing on Wednesday and Friday. Okay? Thank you. Yeah, we're going to get started in about 5 minutes. We're going to be talking about Andre Ward himself, Mr. SOG. Retired undefeated. Won that Super 6, They need the only one of its kind. They need some more of them. Like I was saying before some of you came in, what about a Super 6 at 154? Or a Super 10 or something? All them killers they got up there, man. Virgil and Bud, Madrimov, Pandora. Castano might come back. Earl. I guess Earl is still fighting. I don't know. But all those killers at 154, imagine a tournament up there, man. That would be fire. Mike Grimm in the building. What's up, Mike? Salute. Mike said, what's up, everybody? We're going to be talking a little boxing. Andre Ward today. We end up with the profile. And next week on the matchup with the legends, it's going to be the greatest, Muhammad Ali, man, going up against the Jacks from the 20s, Jack Dempsey and Jack Johnson. We got to have him and Joe Louis in there. We did him and Mike Tyson when I did Mike, so we're not going to see that one again. But yeah, it's going to be Muhammad Ali. How will he fare against Tyson Fury or Usyk or AJ? We're going to see some of them too. That's Tuesday. That's another big week of boxing history coming up. But we got to finish this one first with AJ. You know, they had two, SOG and George Taylor. One of his. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember that. They had one at 140? Damn. Oh. You talking about the 140 George Taylor, Let's Talk Fashion? They don't remember that one. And see, that's the king of the casuals coming up with that information, man. Mm-hmm. But if that's what he want to call himself, you know, let him. Okay. Yeah, but that's a hardcore forever star one, man. But salute to everybody. Appreciate you rocking with me today. We're going to get started in a minute. But first, I'm going to let the JBT spokesperson tell you about this raffle we got coming up here. Where you can win some wonderful prizes, man. Uh-oh. Okay, I got it. You know about me and this technology, man. We are not friends. And yeah, the JBT is, well, I'll tell you about it after the commercial. Okay. I gotta be quiet, man, because, you know, me and this technology just don't get along. Don't leave. I'm gonna be quiet for a minute. I'll get this commercial going.
The JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Kenichi Bear Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second prize in this great raffle. Our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cook it healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are in.
Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, and the drawing is October 12th, and the JBT channels are going to do a joint show on that day, and that's when we're going to do the drawing. And we ain't going to do it the old-fashioned way where you put all the names in a hat and draw them out. They got some kind of technological way they're going to do it. I don't know nothing about that. I'll be there watching, though. But I'm glad I don't want to cut all those names up and put them in no hat and do all that work no way. But yeah. But 3 winners for 3 fantastic prizes, man. And you got to get your tickets to win it. You got to play to win, right? One person might win all of them, you know? So get in this thing, man. You still got what we got, a couple, about 3 weeks, 2 weeks? Yeah, because October begins next week, so you better get them. We got over 50 people, well, not 50 people, but 50 chances, because some people got more than one chance. We over 50. You know, the TV, we had 63. We're gonna go fly right past that. D1 won the TV, and he's up there watching it right now. He got it the same week he won it, a couple days later. I was shocked when he sent the picture and said he got it already. Yeah, so, you know, it ain't gonna take you long. But those headphones, whoever won them, can I use them for like a couple days so I send them to you? No, just kidding. I'm gonna have to buy me a pair. Those headphones are fire, man. Whoever wins those is gonna be lucky. Kenichi Bear headphones. Kenichi Bear is a proud sponsor of the JBT too. Okay, so $10. If I could get it in it, I would go for the block of 25, man. Enhance your chances. Because Michael Garner and Melanin Queen, I lost track of how many chances they got. Thomas Hill, hashtag JBT in the building. Josh Taylor and Regis. Okay, Remo. Yeah. What's up, T Hill? Hashtag JBT. How you doing today, bro? Always good to see T Hill in here. He always come up at the end of the show and help me close it out, you know. Thomas Hill. Yes. Appreciate you, T Hill. We're gonna be talking about SOG, Andre Ward today. His career, you know. We're gonna touch on a lot of his fights. We're gonna go in depth on that Super 6. You know, some of the other people that was in it. His route to the championship. I think he got like 2 belts. No, I think he got the WBA, the WBC, and the ring out of it, I believe. I just read it, but I forgot. But we're gonna go over it together. Yeah, I believe it was WBA, WBC, and the ring came out of that with those 3. You know, after the tournament ended, beat Carl Froch in the finale for that one. Yeah, Carl Froch, good fighter from the UK. After the fight, Carl said, "I think I could beat Andre," but he just beat you. You just had 12 rounds to do it. You didn't do it. What you mean you think you can beat him? You just had your chance, bro. You know? If you could beat him, you should have did it. Right? But he gave Andre his props, too. He said Andre was a great defensive fighter. He said it was hard to hit him. And that's the story of the game. You know? Hit and don't get hit. You know, if your opponent can't hit you, that goes a big way to winning the match. Even Andre pulled it out. But let's get ready to talk about it. SOG. Andre Ward. To finish off this big week of boxing history. Like I said, it's still early in the JBT day. We got like 4 or 5 more acts to go, and look at all the great stuff we had. There was some tough acts to follow too, man. Man. I might have to let me start going first, man, behind him. Crush the Legend, the J Hardcore. Remo was in there this morning, Casual's Corner. Man. And then we got Just Do. Still got Just Do Boxing. J Hardcore will open the hangout back up at 8 o'clock. We go hang out over there for a few more hours. The Rise Podcast, and then the 2 Angry White Men. Gonna shut it down for us in style. That's how we doing it on Fridays. We're gonna have every day like that eventually. Round the clock. You wake up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, JBT gonna be on there, man. It ain't gonna be me, but I'm gonna be asleep. But somebody gonna be on there putting it down from the JBT. Melanin Queen 27 in the building. What's up, Melanin Queen? Melanin Queen gonna keep you up on everything going on in this JBT throughout the show. She is the best moderator in the history of moderators, okay? That's just what it is. If you don't know about Melanin Queen, stick in the chat and just watch. You will know soon. Salute Melanin Queen 27. Where's Lonnie Lee at, man? I haven't seen him. He had been every show I ever did up to like a week ago, and then I haven't seen him since. But Jay said he was okay. He was doing other things. You know, like I keep saying, we go so deep into this boxing, we forget people got other lives too, other than this boxing. See, I'm old. I ain't got no other life outside of this boxing. No, just kidding. But let's go with today's show. Enough small talk. Lonnie ain't coming. Okay, not today, but he'll be back. He'll be back. But the life and career of SOG, Andre Michael Ward. Okay? Told you I'm superstitious. It's got to say 2:30 there. It is 2:30. Okay, let's do it. How's everybody today? Ready for the weekend? Anybody got anything big and exciting planned? Whatever you do, just have a good, safe one. You know, we can hook back up next week for another week of boxing history. All right. Now, Andre competed from 2004 to 2017. He had a 13-year career. He retired with an undefeated record, and he held multiple world championships in 2 weight classes, including the unified super middleweight titles between 2009 and 2015, and the unified light heavyweight title between 2016 and 17. Okay. Now, Andre fought out of the orthodox stance, right? Now, he had a brief couple fights at middleweight right at the beginning of his career. Did his main work at super middleweight, and he also fought at light heavyweight. Was champion at light heavyweight too. Wasn't champion at middleweight, but he did have a few fights, 4 or 5 fights at 160. I did not know that before yesterday, but he did. We're gonna cover it. But yeah, like I said, he fought out of the orthodox stance. He was 6 feet tall, and he had a reach of 71 inches. Okay. And Andre had a total of 32 fights in his career. Won all 32 of them, no losses. 16 came by way of knockout. Now, during his reign as light heavyweight champion, he was ranked as the world's best active boxer, pound for pound, by the Ring Magazine and the Transnational Boxing Rankings Board, the TBRB, as well as the world's best active boxer in the division, also by the Ring Magazine and TBRB, and BoxRec. Now, as of August 2024, just last month, BoxRec ranked Andre as the 67th greatest boxer of all time, pound for pound, right? As of last month. Also in 2024, ESPN ranked Andre as the 7th greatest men's boxer of the 21st century. We're in the 21st century, right? Yeah. They ranked him as the 21st greatest in this century. SOG. Yep. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more in the building. What's up, Bruce Gas? How you doing today, bro? Always good to see Bruce Gas. Good brother there, man. Knowledgeable boxing guy and a fire channel. Yeah. Y'all check out Bruce Gas. That's where the Boxtorian goes to get his history. From Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. A regular on that old timers show on Sundays in the Hangout. Salute, Bruce Gas. Good to see you today, my brother. Okay, let's go. I'm happy now. Bruce Gas in here. And Bruce Gas don't comment much, but when he comment in the chat, it's something significant, man. So when I see Bruce say something, it's something very significant, you know? Okay. Now, as an amateur boxer, Andre won the light heavyweight gold medal at the 2004 Olympics, and he turned professional later that same year, 2004. Now, he rose to worldwide prominence upon entering the Super 6 World Boxing Classic tournament in 2009, where he won the World Boxing Association, WBA, super middleweight title, the Super Virgin, from Mikkel Kessler in the opening group stage. Then because this thing went over a couple years. In 2011, he defeated World Boxing Council WBC champion Carl Froch in the tournament final to unify those titles, as well as winning the vacant Ring Magazine and lineal titles. And we're going to go into all these fights deeper, the Super 6 more deeper in the show. I'm just touching on them now, okay? Yeah, it was WBA and WBC he came out of it, and the ring that he came out of that tournament with. I was right for a change. And that same year, when he won the Super 6, he was named Fighter of the Year by the Ring Magazine and the Boxing Writers Association of America, the BWAA, right? In 2016, following a long period of sporadic in-ring activity, Andre moved up to light heavyweight, and he won the WBA, Undisputed Virgin, the IBF, and the WBO titles from then undefeated Sergey Kovalev. Yeah, that was kind of like a controversial. A lot of people thought Sergey wasn't there, but we're going to go into it later. This earned Ward the Comeback of the Year award by the Ring magazine, right? He successfully defended his titles in a rematch against Kovalev a year later. I think he won the rematch more clearly, too, yeah. After which he retired from boxing. And Ward was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame as part of the class of 2021. First year on the ballot. Yep. Let's take a look at Andre's early life. Okay. Early life. Take a look at Andre's early life. Okay. Everybody okay today? Good to see everybody. Always a pleasure. Early life. Now, Andre was born in San Francisco, California, the son of Frank Ward, an Irish American, and Madeline Arvey Taylor, an African American. Now, Andre's career started when his father took him to U.S. Karate School of the Arts, right? A boxing gym in Hayward, California. And he was just 9 years old at the time. Now, after his parents fell into drug abuse, Andre was looked after by his godfather, Virgil Hunter, who became his trainer. And Virgil was Andre's trainer for his entire career. Yep, Virgil Hunter. And he attended Hayward High School. Went to Hayward High School. Okay, let's look at his amateur career. Take a look at Andre's amateur career. Okay. Okay. TWSUF1. What's up? TWSUF1 in the building. He says Kovalev kicked his ass. Okay. SUF1. Yeah, it was very controversial. A lot of people felt that same way, TWSUF1. Appreciate you. Like and subscribe, please. I appreciate it. But it's good to see you. Okay. Everybody hit that appreciation button. Appreciation button is the like button in the JBT. Now, where were we? We're still in his amateur career. Yeah, we're going to look at Andre's amateur career right quick, okay? Now, he started boxing in 1994, right? In 2002, he won the Under-19 National Championship. And was also a two-time U.S. national champion in 2001 and 2003 at middleweight. Now, Ward finished his amateur career with a record of 115 wins and 5 losses. Very decorated amateur, too. Let's look at some of the highlights. 2001, he was the United States amateur middleweight champion. 2002, Under-19 national champion. 2003, United States amateur light heavyweight champion. And he won the light heavyweight gold medal for the United States at the 2004 Olympics in Athens, Greece, becoming the first American boxer to capture gold in 8 years. Yep. Okay, let's jump to Andre's professional career now. All right. Professional career. Okay. Before we go to his professional career, can I take a drink real quick? I gotta keep that mouth watering. I guess. I got a cooler, J Hardcore. It's Friday. J Hardcore know about me and them coolers. I'm here one tonight for the Friday night hangout too. This ain't my last one. You know, Friday night hangout, BYOW. Bring your own whatever and buckle your seatbelts. Because it's wild in that place. Our own BN Boxing News tried to rob it one time. Came in there with a mask on, man. Damn, BN Boxing News. Yeah, he did. Ask anybody. He did. Okay, Andre's professional career. The early years. Okay. Now, Andre made his pro debut on December 18th, 2004. Okay. He scored a second-round TKO over Chris Molina on February 5th. No, he made his pro debut on 2018, 2004. Right? Scoring a second-round TKO over Chris Molina. Then, On February 5th, he fought his second pro fight against Kenny Cost. He overcame a rocky second round in which he was hurt by Cost's left hook, but he won by unanimous decision. Then he defeated Roy Ashworth on April 7th, 2005. Roy got disqualified, okay? Yeah, Roy got disqualified. That was his third fight. Okay. Bear with me for 1 minute, please. Okay, now. Gotta keep track of the chat. Appreciate you, Melanin Queen 27. Oh, hand one through the screen. Okay. If I could, I certainly would, because I got a whole 6-pack up. Oh, yeah, I got to get some more, though, because I'm going to drink all 6 of them. Let's continue. But the Melanin Queen, if I could, I would hand one through there. Mm-hmm. Now, Ward won his next 3 fights, all by knockout, before going up against Darnell Boone on November 19th, 2005. Ward was knocked down for the first time in his career in that fight in round 4. But despite the knockdown, he went on to win by unanimous decision. Now, after the fight with Boone, he went on to win his next 6 fights, including TKO victories over undefeated Andy Coley. And this fight with Coley was the last of his 5 fights that he fought at 160 middleweight. I did not know he fought at middleweight, but he fought 5 fights early in his career at middleweight, yeah. And then he went up and beat Francisco Diaz on November 16th, right? Then he beat undefeated Roger Cantrell by 5th round TKO. Now at this point, Ward's record was 14 wins, no losses. He was ready to step up to his biggest challenge against American puncher Alan Green. And Allen was 25-1, 18 knockouts. That is not a bad knockout rate, right? That was his first big challenge. Went up against Alan Green, 25-1, 18 knockouts, right? And the fight was scheduled to take place on February 2nd, 2008 on HBO. But the fight was called off because Green had an obligation with ESPN to fight Ruben Williams on January 4th. And Green won the fight against Williams. And they had hoped to fight Ward later in that same year. And he did eventually get to fight Ward, but it was 2 years later, right? And Ward got him by unanimous decision. We're going to cover that later, okay? When he actually did fight Alan Green. But the same guy Green fought, he had the obligation to fight instead of fighting Ward. That was Andre's next fight after that, Ruben Williams. Yep. Oh, Lord. Let's see. T-Surf says, Richard Lopez beating Joey's ass tonight on Top Rank. Shout out to all the white girls. And it was nice knowing you, T-Surf. Have a great day. Well, I deleted the message. I meant to delete him. I'm quick on the trigger, man. Is he out of here? We'll see. Okay. Some people just, wake up to be stupid. That's their wish when they wake up in the morning. How can I be stupid today? Thank you, Melanin Queen. Appreciate you 1,000%. Yeah. You should be 86K. Now, where were we? Before we was interrupted by the nonsense. Okay, yeah. That's Ruben Williams there. That's Andre and Ruben Williams, okay? On March 20th, 2008, at the HBA Pavilion in San Jose, California, Ward defeated Ruben Williams by 7th round TKO. He hit Williams with jabs and straight left hands almost at will, opening a bad cut over Williams' left eye in the process. The cut would force the referee to stop the fight. Okay. Then after Ruben Williams, Jerson Ravello was his next fight. Okay, there's him and Jerson right there. There's him and Jerson Ravello. Ward faced Jerson Ravello on June 20th, 2008 in Georgetown, Cayman Islands for the vacant regional NABO super middleweight title. Andre dominated Ravello for most of the fight en route to a TKO victory in the 8th round. Okay? This next fight, we're not going to show every fight, but we're going to jump around. But the next one was Edison Miranda. There's Andre and Edison Miranda right there. Okay? On May 16th, 2009, at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California, in a fight at home, Ward defeated former prospect Edison Miranda for a unanimous decision. The scores were 116-112, 119-109, and 119-109. Pretty wide. All for Ward. Ward showed he had an inside game as well as an outside game. Miranda couldn't stay up with Ward's versatility around the ring, okay? And Miranda said of Ward in the post-fight, "I thought it was going to be easier, but it was tougher than I was expecting. I don't feel cheated. Andre is the champion. I have respect for him." Ward, who fought his biggest name to date, said, "This is kind of a bittersweet victory. I'm happy and excited because the fans had a good time. And there were a lot of people here." You know, he was at his home in Oakland. "But I'm not 100% happy with my performance. I've got to go look at the tape. I did some things well, but I felt I could have improved in other areas." Okay? But he did get the win. Okay? On September 12th, 2009, at the Pechanga Resort and Casino in Temecula, California, Ward defeated Shelby Pudwell by TKO in the third round. Defeated Shelby Pudwell, third round TKO. Okay? Now we're coming up to the Super 6 Boxing Classic. Okay? Let's talk about the Super 6. Ward versus Kessler. There is Andre Ward and Mikel Kessler. Okay? Ward's first fight in the tournament took place in his hometown of Oakland, California, against Ring Magazine #1 ranked and joint tournament favorite, Miguel Kessler. Miguel was 42-1 with 32 knockouts at the time. This fight was on November 21st, 2009. And this tournament took place over a couple of years. I think it went all the way up to 2011. Yeah, when it ended. He fought Kessler in 2009. Now Kessler's WBA Super Middleweight Championship was also on the line. Ward defeated Kessler via technical decision in round 11 to win his first world title. It was a TKO, round 11. Kessler was the strong favorite going into the Showtime Super 6 tournament. Kessler was favored to win the tournament, okay? And in a career-defining performance, undefeated hometown favorite Andre Ward put the U.S. on the board in the Super 6 and captured the WBA Super Middleweight title from Kessler with a dominant 11-round technical knockout over Denmark's Kessler in their group stage 1 fight. Now the fight was stopped in round 11 due to cuts on Kessler's face, caused by what was deemed an unintentional headbutt by Ward. And the fight went to the scorecards. Ward was way ahead by scores of 98-92, 98-92, and 97-93 at the time of the stoppage, okay? His next fight was against, still in the Super 6 now, Alan Green. Here's him and Alan Green. Andre Ward and Alan Green, okay? In January 2010, Jermaine Taylor announced his exit from Showtime Super 6 World Boxing Classic tournament. Yeah, Jermaine was in it at the beginning, but he backed out of it, okay? Now, the ring top 10 ranked super middleweight Alan Green, who was 25-1 with 18 knockouts, was selected as Jermaine Taylor's replacement. And he challenged Andre Ward on June 19th, 2010, right? Now, Ward was defending the WBA super middleweight title. He outclassed an opponent who spent most of the fight with his back against the ropes. Ward defeated Green by unanimous decision, okay? June 19th, 2010. Now, Green was 30 years old, and the game he fought on, the knockout he needed to win never appeared. And he looked like a spent man by the end of the fight, as he picked up just the second loss of his career. Had 31 fights, that was just his second loss. And throughout the fight, Ward outlanded Green by nearly 200 punches. All three judges scored the fight lopsided, 120 to 108 for Ward, a shutout, okay? Who said post-fight of his win, "This means a lot to me. Couldn't get caught up in the first defense too much mentally. Now that it's over with, I'm ecstatic. I was able to defend this belt one time. I feel like a real champion now." Ward stated his only regret was that he wasn't able to stop Green, who turned up to survive Ward's advance. Yeah, he wasn't able to stop Green, okay? That was the only thing that he was disappointed about. And with this win, he advanced to the semifinals of the tournament, okay? Yep, he advanced to the semifinals. Now, Ward was exempt from the final preliminary fight in the Super 6 because he had already secured a number one position in the elimination round. And his designated opponent, Andre Dirrell, had dropped out of the tournament, okay? Dirrell's trainer and uncle, Leon Lawson Jr., told ESPN that Dirrell had neurological problems. Instead, Ward successfully defended his WBA super middleweight title, unanimously outpointing another top 10 ranked super middleweight, Sakio Bika. Yeah. And there's Ward and Sakio Bika right there. Yeah. Bika came into this fight 28 wins, 4 losses, 2 draws. And this fight was at Oracle Arena again back in Oakland. Now, fighting in front of his hometown crowd as part of a dual-site co-main event, Ward didn't land many big shots, but repeatedly hit Bika with a slinging left jab that the challenger was unable to counter. Ward won all 12 rounds on the judges' scorecards and was ahead 118 to 110 on the other two. Bika landed 201 of his 612 punches. That's 33%. But Ward was more precise with his shots, landing 235 of 398 punches. That is very good there, 59%, almost 60%, right? Now, Ward later admitted it was his toughest fight to date in his career since he became a professional. Yeah, that was his toughest fight to date against Sakio Bika. Then his next fight, move on to Andre's next fight against Arthur Abraham. There they are, Andre Ward and Arthur Abraham. Okay. Anybody come in? No. Okay. Ward versus Abraham. Now, Ward's opponent at the semifinal stage was top 10 ranked super middleweight Arthur Abraham. Abraham came in 32 wins, 2 losses, 26 knockouts, right? And the fight took place on May 14th, 2011 at the Home Depot Center in Carson, California, right? Now, Abraham entered the fight having lost 2 of his previous 3 fights. Now, Ward started out slow, with Abraham trying to find a way to penetrate his tight defense. After a competitive first few rounds, Ward seized control of the fight, using his ring savvy and instincts to control Abraham. Although Abraham was somewhat passive at times, he gave an earnest effort and frequently threw combinations that were mostly blocked by Ward. Abraham hurt Ward a couple of times in the final round, but it wasn't enough to finish Ward, who had dominated the fight and won a lopsided unanimous decision. All three judges scored the fight. The judges scored it 120-108, 118-110, and 118-111. Another lopsided division. ESPN had it 118-110 in favor of Ward. Now, Abraham didn't believe he had lost the fight with such wide scores. Over 12 rounds, Ward threw 289 jabs. In total, he landed 178 of 444 total punches, 40%. In the post-fight interview, Abraham said, through a translator, "I started well, and I thought I did good the first 3 rounds. He didn't hit me, and I was blocking a lot of his shots. But then I tried for the knockout, and I couldn't do it. I cramped up, and I got too tense." Ward had to adjust his game plan as he was unable to fight on the inside. He said, "We're going to the final, baby. Arthur is strong, and he's a hard hitter, but we showed that we can win in a way other than our original game plan. I wish the ref had let me fight on the inside because that's what I had planned for. But we made adjustments and got the job done." Then we go to the final. Everybody knew that was against Carl Froch. Okay? There's Ward and Froch. That was the Super 6 final. Andre Ward versus Carl Froch. Okay? And it's 3 o'clock. Y'all know how long I've been on here. 10 minutes, man. How's it 3 o'clock? Okay? Let's look at this final. Ward versus Froch. Now, advancing to the final of the Super 6, Ward fought WBC super middleweight champion Carl Froch. Froch came into the fight. 28 wins, just 1 loss, 20 knockouts. Not a bad knockout rate. In front of 5,626 fans at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey on December 17th, 2011. Yeah, the tournament lasted over a couple of years. Started in 2009 and the final was in 2011, okay? Now, Ward and Froch were rated number 1 and number 2, respectively, by Ring Magazine. And the vacant Ring Magazine super middleweight title was on the line for this fight, as well as Froch and Ward's super middleweight titles. Ward had WBA, Froch had WBC. So it was unification, also with the Ring Magazine on the line. Now, Ward won the Super 6 World Boxing Classic tournament via unanimous decision. Over the first 7 rounds, Ward outboxed Froch, successfully using his jab to neutralize Froch and beating Froch to the punch from a distance and at close range. In the late rounds, Ward seemed to take his foot off the gas. He sure did, leaving Froch to win a couple rounds near the end of the fight, though they were close and fairly competitive rounds. An MRI later revealed that Ward injured his lead left hand, on which he relied for landing hooks to Froch's head. The hand was broken in 2 places. Ward noted extreme pain in the 6th round of the fight, as well as 1 week prior to the fight. Though the initial X-ray came back clear, right? Now the judges' scorecards were 115-113, 115-113, and 118-110, all in favor of Ward. Yeah, that 115-113 was ridiculous. Yeah. It was like 116-112, really. Now, CompuBox statistics showed that Ward landed 243 of 573 punches for 42%, while Froch landed 156 of 683 punches, 23%. Does that sound like 115-113? Now, after the fight, Ward gave a victory speech. "I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's not so unbelievable that we never thought we were going to do it. But now that it's happened, it is unbelievable. We told you this is what we wanted to do. We wanted to fight on the inside and on the outside, and we pulled it off tonight. We were able to beat him to the punch, and that's what won us this fight. Froch also praised Ward winning the tournament. Fair credit to Andre Ward. He's very good defensively. I lost the fight fair and square. It was quite hard to hit him. The name of the game is to not get hit. And he did that very well. Okay? Now let's take a break real quick. Okay? The Super 6 is over. We're going to move on later on in Andre's career. Let's see what our spokesperson talking about. I'm trying to win y'all some prizes, man. Okay? I got to be quiet. We in this technology. Wait a minute. Stop that one. Be quiet.
It's time for another raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Kenichi Bear Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second prize in this great raffle. Our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered.
Okay, there we go. All right, let's continue with the life and career of Andre Ward, Mr. SOG himself. You know, he just won the Super 6, defeated Carl Froch, who was a WBC champion at the time. Yep. Okay. So after the Super 6, Ward won the vacant ring and lineal super middleweight titles with his Super 6 World Boxing Classic win against Froch, despite some independent sources rating then undefeated IBF champion Lucian Butte at number 1 or 2 at the time. Now the fight peaked at 580,000 viewers on Showtime. This was this fight between him and Ward. Now the World Boxing Council Board of Governors voted to make world champion in recess. Voted to make Ward champion in recess due to a broken hand Ward had sustained during the Super 6 tournament. Okay? So they made him champion in recess. His next fight was Chad Dawson. There's him and Chad right there. Andre Ward and Chad Dawson. Ward's next fight was announced on June 22nd, 2012, to take place at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California on September 8th, 2012, against the ring and lineal light heavyweight champion, Chad Dawson. Okay, went to light heavyweight after the Super 6. Now the fight was billed as Ward versus Dawson, world champions made in America. It took place at 168 pounds for Ward's super middleweight titles. Yeah, Dawson was the light heavyweight champion, but he came down at that time to fight Ward, okay? He hadn't went to light heavyweight yet. Now, Dawson was coming off a big win against future Hall of Famer Bernard Hopkins in April of that year. 2012. At the press conference, he said that it was his desire to come down and wait and challenge Andre Ward rather than fight lesser-known opponents at light heavyweight, okay? Now, Dawson started his career at super middleweight, but he hadn't fought at that weight since February 2006. 6 years, wow. And that's something, hadn't fought there in 6 years. And the fight ended in round 10 with a TKO victory for Ward when Dawson asked the referee for the fight to be stopped with the words, "It's over. I'm finished. I'm done." In the first 2 rounds, Ward and Dawson felt each other out, with neither fighter having much success. Though Dawson was able to land a few counter right hooks as Ward lunged inside in the 3rd round. Okay? Now Ward dropped Dawson with a left hook and dominated the 4th round. Okay? Now later on in the 4th round, Ward was able to drop Dawson again. From the 5th round until the end of the fight, Ward was able to neutralize Dawson's jab and his work rate, seemingly outboxing and frustrating Dawson throughout. Then, in the 10th round, Ward dropped Dawson to a knee after a solid combination, which prompted referee Steve Smoger to stop the fight after Dawson could not continue. At the time of the stoppage, Ward was ahead 90-79, 89-80, and 89-80 on all 3 judges' scorecards, pretty wide. For the loss, Dawson earned $600,000, while Ward had a total $1.3 million purse. Okay? Yep. And the fight was watched by an average of 1.3 million viewers on HBO. In 2013, Dawson spoke out about the fight and said it was a set up by HBO and other people. How was it set up and you gave up? You told the referee to stop it. Ain't that crazy? Dawson told the referee to stop the fight, but he said it was set up. That don't even make sense. That statement don't even make sense to me. Let's move on. That's crazy. Dawson claimed that it was done to make him look vulnerable and expose him with weight loss. You the one that came down after 6 years? I mean, I don't even know what Dawson was he on drugs or something? He came down to 168 after 6 years at 175. He gave up at the end of the fight, but he said it was set up. That doesn't even make sense. Okay. Now Andre was supposed to fight Kelly Pavlik after that. Here's Kelly Pavlik. Okay, there's Kelly Pavlik. Donnie Williams in the building. What's up, Donnie? Yeah, Andre is the man, Donnie. Well, he was anyway, during his career. But salute to Donnie Williams in the building. We are talking about Andre Ward, SOG, past the Super 6. He just beat Chad Dawson. I don't even understand what Chad was talking about. The fight was set up. He quit. But they set it up for him to quit? I don't get that. But he was supposed to, let's talk Ward versus Pavlik cancellation. Now, Ward was scheduled to defend his super middleweight titles against former unified middleweight champion, Kelly Pavlik, on January 26, 2013, at the Galen Center in Los Angeles, California. However, an injury sustained by Ward originally postponed the fight for 4 weeks, and the fight was expected to take place on February 23rd, 2013. Okay? Now, the injury was more severe than originally thought and led to the cancellation of the fight, as well as the subsequent retirement of Pavlik. So Pavlik went on and retired. Okay? But he never did face Pavlik. Okay? Then, on March 23rd, 2013, the WBC stripped Ward of the WBC super middleweight title for being inactive for a long period of time and for failing to face a mandatory challenge. Now, they granted him champion emeritus status. Now, Ward claimed a shoulder injury that required surgery was the reason for his inactivity, but the WBC claimed that Ward had not provided any medical evidence or even giving them a rough availability date. On May 20th, Ward relinquished the champion emeritus title, stating that he did not believe the WBC had the right to strip him of the world title because he was willing and able to defend it within the period specified by the WBC's rules. Ward was praised for standing up to the WBC, okay? But then his next fight was against Edwin Rodriguez, okay? There's Andre and Edwin. Ward versus Rodriguez. Now, Ward spent most of 2013 recovering from injuries and feuding with promoter Dan Goossen over the inclusion of a co-manager in Ward's promotional contract. The case has been to court or arbitration on 3 separate occasions. Each time, Goossen was deemed in the right. Ward defended his WBA and ring titles against unbeaten Edwin Rodriguez in Ontario, Canada in November of 2013 with a wide unanimous decision. Now, the fight started with rough tactics until Jack Reese made an unprecedented move, penalizing both fighters 2 points each and warning them that he would end the fight if it did not clean up, okay? He took 2 points from both fighters. That is an unprecedented move. Wow. Now, Ward went on to dominate the rest of the fight. The 3 judges scored the fight: 118-106, 117-107, and 116-108, all in favor of Ward. Okay? Wow. Yeah, Jack Reese wasn't playing with him. Okay. Now, Ward spent all of 2014 inactive, still feuding with Goossen. Dan Goossen died of complications from liver cancer in September 2014, leaving the future of Andre Ward's boxing career even further in doubt. On February 19, 2015, the ring stripped Ward of the ring championship belt due to him not having defended his title against a top 5 contender in the last 2 years. Okay? So, he did get back in the ring. It was against, I'm trying to find out this guy's first name. Okay, anyway. Ward versus Smith. In April 2015, Ward announced that he would make a ring return after a 19-month layoff. Ward signed with Jay-Z's Rock Nation Sports in January 2015, and this was announced to be the first event under the Rock Nation banner, okay? It was later confirmed that he would fight on June 20th against Britain Paul Smith. That's Paul Smith and Ward on the screen. Smith was 35 wins, 5 losses, 25 knockouts. This fight was at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California, at a 172-pound catchweight fight, okay? The fight was to take place on BET. The Rock Nation did reach out to HBO, where Ward had worked as an analyst previously, but upon hearing his opponent, they passed on the opportunity to showcase Ward's long-awaited return. Ward won via TKO in the 9th round. Ward was winning every round at the time of stoppage. 80-72, a shutout on all 3 judges' scorecards. Smith missed weight, coming in at 176.4 pounds. He didn't even make the light heavyweight limit. It was a catch weight 172. He didn't even make light heavyweight 175. Smith came in at 176.4 and was fined 20%, $45,000 of his $225,000 purse by the California State Athletic Commission, half of which went to Ward and the other half went to the commission. Despite being available in over 90 million homes, The fight averaged 323,000 viewers on BET. Okay? Ward versus Smith. Okay, we're winding down. Okay, where am I? A couple more fights to go. Good time. We're going to get some link time today, too. Okay? Who's the next one? Alexander Brand. On November 12th, 2015, in advance of its oncoming move up to the light heavyweight division, okay, get ready to go to light heavyweight, Ward vacated his WBA super middleweight title. Ward originally claimed the belt November 2009 with a victory over longtime champion Mikkel Kessler in his opening fight of the Super 6 tournament. Kept that belt for 6 years. Went to light heavyweight, okay? His first fight at light heavyweight was against Sullivan Barrera. And there's Andre and Sullivan Barrera right there in the face-off. Your first fight was against Sullivan Barrera at light heavyweight. Ward versus Barrera. Now, yes, Al Booker says Chad was very bad. Was that excuse? Ward versus Barrera. Boxing Scene reported in January 2016, Ward's light heavyweight debut was set against Cuban boxer Sullivan Barrera. Sullivan was 17-0, 12 knockouts. This fight was going to be back at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California again, March 26, 2016 on HBO. Barrera was risking its IBF mandatory position in this fight. Barrera became the mandatory to Kovalov's IBF title when he stopped German Karo Murat in December 2015. According to Ward, he wasn't moving up in weight for the money, but rather daring to be great. 8,532 fans packed the arena on fight night. Now, en route to a wide unanimous decision victory, Ward dropped Barrera to the canvas in the third round as he turned a left hook while on the ropes. Barrera was also dropped in the 8th round from a body shot, but referee Raul Calles saw it as a low blow, and as a result, deducted a point from Ward. Ward dictated the pace for the vast majority of the fight, showcasing good strength and ring generalship against Barrera. The 3 judges scored the fight: 117-109, 119-109, and 117-108. Now, Ward landed 166 out of 463 punches thrown, 36%, while Barrera landed 111 of 722 punches, 15%. Wow. When asked about the potential mega fight against Kovalev, Ward said, "It's never a problem. You look at my track record. I want to fight the best. I've always fought the best. Sergey Kovalev is a great champion." Now, for the fight, Ward earned $1.85 million and Barrera earned $450,000. Okay. The fight averaged 1.6 million viewers and peaked at 1.1 million. Okay. Then this next fight was against Alexander Brand. There's Andre Ward and Alexander Brand right there. There they are. Andre and Alexander Brand. Technique says Andre Ward gets a lot of credit for running away from the upcoming killers with his tail tucked. Okay. Ward versus Brand. He only got a couple more fights left. Remember, Kovalev was his last one. This was on June 28, 2016. Rock Nation Sports confirmed that Ward would fight once more before his mega fight with Kovalev on the July 30th against 39-year-old Colombian boxer Alexander Brand. So this was a tune-up to Kovalev. Brand came in 25 wins, 1 loss, 19 knockouts. That ain't too bad of a knockout rate. Now, the fight was to take place in Oakland, California at the Oracle Center. While Andre was fighting there a lot. That's at home, Oakland. And this was the 8th and final time Ward fought in his hometown. Yeah, 8 times. Out of 32 fights, this was the last one. Wow. Brand came into the fight as a 100-1 underdog. 100-1. They didn't give that man a chance. Just think if you'd have won 100-1. I would have got like $1,000 from a $1 bet. 100-1. Wow, that's crazy. I don't even think I ever heard those kind of odds. 100-1 underdog, right? Now, in front of 8,653 hometown fans, Ward unanimously outpointed Brand to claim the vacant WBO International Light Heavyweight title. All three judges had the fight, 120, 108 for Ward. He threw a shutout. I guess what, 100-1? You better throw a shutout, Andre. Now, Brand, who looked as though he came to survive the 12 rounds, did not even initiate any action during the fight, which ultimately led him to lose every round, right, on all three cards. Now, Ward looked slow in the win, not looking like the same fighter he was in 2011. Ward dictated the fight, however, with a strong jab, right, and this showed in round 7, when Brand's right eye suddenly started to swell up. Ward spoke to HBO in the post-fight interview about fighting Kovalev. You know, he said, "I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you in November." And this was Ward's third fight in 8 months after only fighting 3 times from 2012 to 2015. Wow. Third fight in 8 months after 3 fights in 3 years. And in this fight, Ward landed 190 of 420, 490 punches for 39%. Get this, man. Get this. Brand threw 285 punches and only landed 45. Yeah, he was just there to survive. He didn't even land 50 punches. That's 16%, right? Ward earned $850,000. Brand earned $30,000, which they should have just took that. Shouldn't even have gave him that, man. Should have gave him like $50 or so. 45 punches. That's all he landed. And the fight averaged 742,000 viewers on HBO. And the dip could have been due to 21 million tuning into the Olympics on NBC. Oh, the Olympics was going on at the same time. Now, him and Kovalev had 2 fights, okay? They had 1 and 2, remember? Number 1, your technique, what was you technique, right? Said Kovalev got robbed in 1? Yeah, I think it was Kovalev. That's something, Albergo 101. Technique says Irish, Andre Ward, and Joe Karzaki would have been a classic. Yeah, it would have. They never did fight. Never did. That's supposed to be. Yeah, that's Kovalev and Ward 1 right there. Okay. Ward versus Kovalev. Now this is it. This is his last fight. We're going to get some link time after this. Now, Ward fought the unified IBF, WBA Super, and WBO Light Heavyweight Champion, Sergey Kovalev, at the T-Mobile Arena in November 19, 2016. Your Sergey said, "I'm the champion. I'm not coming to your hometown in Oakland, Andre." Fight was in Vegas. And the fight was announced in June with a rematch clause. And both fighters retained their undefeated records through interim fights. So Sergey was undefeated too. Okay. Now this event marked Ward's first time fighting in Las Vegas, Nevada. Wow. Next to his last fight was the first time he ever fought in Vegas. After being knocked down in the second round, Ward won a very controversial decision, with all 3 judges scoring the fight, 114, 113 in favor of Ward. Ward reiterated how the events of the evening unfolded. "I got off the canvas against the hardest puncher in the division and smiled. I took the fight to him and closed the show." Ward received Kovalev WBA and became a 2-division world champion, okay? Now that was 1. Now boxing experts have claimed the judging was unfair in this fight. It was a classic hometown decision. How was it hometown? That's Larry Hassett, Larry Merchant. Larry Merchant raced his ass. How was it hometown? Andre lived in Oakland. This was in Vegas, Larry Merchant. Everybody know about Larry Merchant now. He's going to be against the black fighter. Boxing experts have claimed that the judges was unfair. Larry Merchant. It was a classic hometown decision. Kovalev won the fight, Larry Merchant stated after the fight. Kovalev's promoter, Kathy Duva, said, I wonder if she related to Lou Duva. Anybody know? Lou Duva, the trainer, Kathy Duva was a promoter. But anyway, Kovalev's promoter, Kathy Duva, said, we got a great fight, which is what boxing needed. But we also got a bad decision, which is what boxing didn't need, okay? On the same token, many boxing fans have applauded the decision. Paulie Malignaggi noted the high degree of difficulty both fighters faced that night and doubted the prospect of a one-sided affair in the case, of a rematch. Still, he concluded that Kovalev faded late in the fight. Promoter Eddie Hearn added that Kovalev lacked a sense of urgency after the halfway point of the fight. Gennady Golovkin's trainer, Abel Sanchez, scored the fight 114-112 for Kovalev, okay? For the fight, Kovalev received a minimum purse of $2 million, and Ward's purse was a career high $5 million. Now, CompuBox stats showed Kovalev landed more punches, 126 of 474. Ward landed 116 out of 337, okay? And the fight reported to have done 160,000 buys on HBO pay-per-view. Yeah, that was on. Andre was in 2 pay-per-views, both of them against Kovalev there. Now, replay was shown on HBO prior to the Lomachenko-Walters title fight, which averaged 34,000 viewers, okay? And the overall produced a live gate of 3.3 million from 10,000 tickets sold, including complimentary tickets. The full attendance was announced as 13,310. The venue was set up to hold 14,000. Okay. Then they did have a rematch, winding down. Okay. They did have a rematch. That was one. This is the rematch here. Picture the rematch. Joe, where you been at, Joe? There's Joe in the building. I've been asking about you every day, Joe. Missed your contributions to the chat. Joe is back in the building, everybody. What's up? Joe says Kathy Duva was Lou's daughter. Okay, or daughter-in-law. Okay. Thank you, Joe. Joe is a person that would know. Just Do Boxing in the building. What's up, Just Do? Coming up at 4. Next in this fire lineup. Just Do Boxing. Salute. Yeah, they did have a rematch. Ward Kovalev 2. Now, Kovalev's manager, Aegis Klimas, announced that negotiations had begun for the rematch between Ward and Kovalev. Ward threatened to retire if he didn't get things his way for the rematch. He probably wanted to have it in Oakland. According to the NSAC, the T-Mobile Arena was out on hold for June 17, 2017 on HBO pay-per-view. On March 24th, 2017, Kovalev revealed via social media that he had signed his end of the deal. It was also noted that the rematch would take place at the Mandalay Bay in Paradise, Nevada on HBO pay-per-view. On April 4th, Rock Nation Sports and Main Events confirmed that terms were agreed for the rematch to take place on HBO pay-per-view. The fight was billed as no excuses. Ward addressed the public by saying, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. You got what you asked for. Now you had to see me on June 17th. This time, leave the excuses at home. Wow. Now, the Las Vegas Sun confirmed the fight would take place at the Mandalay Bay Event Center. On April 10th, Kathy Duva said that there would be no rematch clause in place for a third fight, meaning whoever would win would not be able to fight another rematch. And the fight purses were revealed before the fight, with Ward taking a guaranteed $6.5 million and Kovalev not having a base purse would receive a percentage of pay-per-view and gate revenue. Okay? Now, in front of 10,592 fans, the fight ended with controversy in the 8th round with a victory for Ward. A right hand from Ward had Kovalev in trouble, which was followed by several low blows. Oh, Lord. I'm getting ready to say the referee. Listen, Al Booker. Tony Weeks stopped the fight with Kovalev sitting on the middle rope, visibly hurt from the low blows he was subjected to. Oh, excuse me, Al Booker. The one I was thinking about, Tony Weeks' cousin, Richard Steele. The one that cheated Meldrick Taylor. Right? Yeah, Tony Weeks' uncle, Richard Steele. Yeah, Kovalev was sitting on the ropes after the low blows and Richard Steele stopped the fight, right? Now, at the time of the stoppage, 2 judges had Ward ahead 67-66, while a third judge had it 68-65 in favor of Kovalev. CompuBox stats showed that Ward landed 80 of 238 punches, 34%. Kovalev landed more punches with 95 of his 407 for 23%. Ward had the better percentage. Now, Ward praised Kovalev in the post-fight interview. He's a good fighter, and I have nothing but respect for him. First time around, the man is world champion, and he's been on top a long time. I give him credit. He is a great fighter, and when you fight great fighters, you have to raise your game. Kovalev said the fight could have continued and pointed to low blows. I couldn't believe it. I could win, he said. Only a low blow hurt me, he added, before watching video of the end of the fight and observing. Low blow. And I felt his. Again, another low blow. The first one was on the border. The second one, a low blow. Okay? Now, according to Yahoo Sports, the fight only generated around 130,000 buys, wow, on HBO pay-per-view. The replay was shown on regular HBO, averaging 752,000 viewers, and peaked at 947,000, which was during the final round. The event produced a live gate of 2.1 million from 6,366 tickets sold, including complimentary tickets. The full attendance was announced at 10,592. And the venue was set up to hold 10,748. So that ain't bad. Set up to hold 10,748 and they got 10,592. On August 23rd, 2017, Ward announced that his contract with HBO had expired, making him a free agent. He confirmed that he was still under contract with Rock Nation Sports, but rumors indicated that he was signed with Top Rank. His appearance as an analyst for the Crawford versus Indongo fight sparked further rumors. But then he retired. Okay, let's land this plane. Retirement. Okay, retirement. On September 21st, 2017, via his website, Ward announced his retirement. Okay, retirement from boxing at the age of 33. In a statement, he said, "I want to be clear. I am leaving because my body can no longer put up with the rigors of the sport of boxing, and therefore my desire to fight is no longer there. If I cannot give my family, my team, and the fans everything that I have, then I should no longer be fighting." Also in the statement, the statement read, "As I walk away from the sport of boxing today, I leave at the top of your glorious mountain, which was always my vision and my dream. I did it. We did it. From the bottom of my heart, thank you to everyone who has played a part in my journey. You know who you are. I could not have done this without you." Ward ended his career undefeated, 32 wins, 16 came by the way of knockout. On December 15th, 2020, Ward was announced as being inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame as part of the class of 2021, his first year on the ballot. Okay, quick look at his fighting style. Okay, fighting style. His trainer, Virgil Hunter, that's Virgil right there, says Ward harnesses his speed and ring intelligence to control distance and pace in fights while maintaining high punch accuracy and counter-punching skills. Okay? Let's quick look at his fighting style. A natural left-handed fighter who boxes in an orthodox stance, Ward's best punches typically came from the lead left, including a sharp pistol-like jab, which he shot to the body as well as the head. An injury and eventual surgery to the right shoulder made Ward even more reliant on the left hand, causing him to even switch to southpaw on occasion to land his power punches, connecting with his own punches, particularly the short left hook and uppercut, while clinching, weaving, and smothering his opponent's punches is common stance in Ward's fights. He attributes his self-described formless style to years of studying Roy Jones Jr., Bernard Hopkins, and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Ward also makes effective use of the jab to the body while out of punching range. In an article which appeared at FoxSports.com, boxing writer Zachary Alapi speculates that Ward is one of the best fighters in boxing, being merciless when it comes to wrestling in the clinch, while simultaneously throwing punches to prevent a break. Ward is also willing to fight dirty if he has to. That's what BVO said about it. He said Ward bit people. Then his personal life, okay? Personal life. In 2009, Ward married his high school sweetheart, Tiffany, with whom he has 4 sons and a daughter. Currently, Ward lives in Danville, California. And there you have it. The life and career of SOG, Andre Ward. Appreciate everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Got a little sticky in there for a little while. I had wrote some of it and my handwriting was kind of bad, but we made it through it. I'm gonna drop the link now. Anybody want to come up and chop it up for the last 20 minutes before the voice takes over these airwaves? It's very welcome. Anybody. You don't have to be JBT. The link is for anybody. Okay. My co-host Thomas Hill will probably hit it if he's still in here. But I appreciate everybody, man. What the lights looking like? Wow, 100 likes. Just kidding. Your usual 20, but that's good. You know, we're going. Rome wasn't built in a day. You know. But I appreciate everybody hitting the like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Part of that fire. While I'm putting the link in, let's do this again. Let's see what the JBT spokesperson is talking about. Let me be quiet.
It's time for another raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Kenichi Bear Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second
That's right.
prize in this
That
great
looks
raffle,
right. Mm-hmm.
our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1.
I got you.
$10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered.
Okay, let me get T Hill up here. I got you, T Hill. Okay, there it is. Let me get that out the way. Okay. You up, T Hill?
Yeah, I'm up here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
What's
I'm up here.
happening? How you
man,
doing
this-
today, bro?
Oh man, I'm just taking it slow motion, man. I got thunder happening around. Pretty soon
got
gonna
what
be
now?
lightning. Yeah, thunder.
Oh, out
We've
thunder
been
and
having
lightning.
all these fires out here where I'm at, man. You know, when it
Yeah.
get hot, people set fires around here. I don't understand it, but that's what they do.
Dang.
And we
Wow.
been having like acres upon acres burning. So like this rain,
Mm-hmm.
a welcome addition, bro. And it looked like it's gonna really come down. It's thundering right now.
Mm.
Got a strike of lightning once, so
Yeah.
eventually it's gonna come down. I'm glad for that.
Yeah.
That's God having his way with these people that do crooked things. But man,
Yeah.
as always, a wonderful job, man. Chronicling the
Appreciate you.
sport we love, boxing, man. Also a great fighter within the ranks of boxing.
Yeah.
Man who
This
truly
was
don't
what
get the
went on,
credit.
man.
Yeah.
He was 33, but he said his body wasn't acting right and everything. So it was, he got out. Like sometimes fighters stay around too long. But Andre, he figured it was his time and he got on out. You gotta
Hey,
respect
Al Booger, that's what they tell me. They say it never rains. In Compton, California.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
no,
like I
no,
was
you're
saying,
absolutely
Andre got
right.
on out, right? When he was supposed to.
He got on when his body had to, but they say he might be making a comeback. Honestly, man.
He about 40 now, ain't he?
Yeah, but you know, George Foreman came back when he was damn near 50.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too. That's true.
I
But
don't
Foreman
know.
had that equalizer, man. That could
Yeah,
change.
yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that people fail to realize.
Andre
Like
don't
when
have
you
that.
really got a punch that can devastate the enemy. I mean, not the enemy, but the opponent.
Yeah.
You always is something. And I mean, for the most part, he was in a division like the heavyweights weren't like the heavyweights back in the day. They had got loved it like slow and lethargic and
Right.
not in great shape. So he can come in there and he can fit in there real good. And there's not too many people delivering the shot that he's delivering. So hell, he was always in the fight, and that's why he came back and pretty much dominated.
That's right.
It take a special person to get in front of him, man. That's why it's certain fighters, bro, that forever will command my respect. Like a lot of people don't recognize the greatness of James Toney. He always will command my respect. Evander Holyfield will always command my respect. That is a man who truly ducked nothing. He didn't even duck a heart condition. The man got in the ring.
Yeah.
Now, some people say it was because he was on the stuff, man. But, whatever case it may be, he was impaired.
He was never tested dirty or nothing, did he? I don't know.
Sure if he did or not, but I know they say that he had a banned substance that he was.
Who, Evander?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah. So he gonna always have respect though, man, because he got in that ring. He left it all in the ring.
He battled.
Andre Ward is such a fighter. No matter what, no matter the injury, no matter the circumstance, no matter the situations going on through his personal life. And I mean, he had a checkered past life, given his background, where he grew up at.
Right.
You know, his family, his mama, his dad passing away.
Yeah.
Having
they was
kids
into
at a very young age.
When he was young. Virgil Hunter stepped in though and took him.
Virgil Hunter was like a godsend, man.
And he had,
had respect for his dad, man. His dad was a great individual, man, a caring individual.
Mm-hmm.
You know, was real good with Virgil Hill too, man. So
Virgil got to give Virgil Hunter a lot of credit too. He was in his life for a long time too. Virgil was training his whole career too. You know,
and had a tremendous and a profound effect on him, and led to the effect of change within his life.
Yes, he did. Not too many people had the same training from day one, man, all the way through to the end.
But see, that's the thing. Like for the most part, you should, unless they're leading you in a path that's not beneficial to your success, you should always stay with the ones who got you there, because they know you, they know your ins and outs and the things that.
And they're gonna tell you the truth. They're not gonna be no yes man. They're gonna tell you what you need to know, not what you want to hear. You know what I mean? Somebody like that, you know.
But in the case of Ward, like you said, man, his body was breaking down. He was still putting out performances, able to win fights against people who was favored over him, man. So, you know.
Did you see the first Kovalev fight? What did you think about that one? That's
I thought he won the fight. I thought he won both fights.
Okay.
Second one definitely was more clear than the first, but it was still a fight that if you're dictating to your opponent what's going on, then you're clearly affecting the fight more so than your opponent is. And that's what happened in that first fight. You know, and then on top of that, the cleaner, more effective punches were being landed by Ward as well, man. So it was a tough fight. It was a close fight.
It was close. Yeah.
But like, to me, and this is just to me, that's what I saw in the ring with Devin Haney and Lomachenko. Now, this time, the decision went the other way. But the more effective, the one who was like navigating the ring and manipulating his opponent, to me, more was Loma. And I thought that Loma did enough to win at least 7 rounds. At least 7 rounds.
Yeah.
But, you know,
it wasn't a robbery because it was.
It wasn't a robbery because it was indeed a close fight.
But I did think Loma won 2 years.
I'll say this: I believe there were few rounds where you strung back to back to back or something like that or together, and I think Loma was the one who had the most string of rounds together. I honestly, you know. I don't think there's no question from 8 to 11. 8 to 11 definitely was Loma. 7, some people could say, well, that was a swing round, but I favored it to Loma as well, too.
And he had Devin at one point confused, didn't know what to do, remember? Devin never had Loma to that point.
Yeah, and see, this is the thing, and this is how you know, watching that interview, a lot of the talking points, the narratives and the propaganda that they use, was dispelled by himself, by Devin himself. He said he was always confident in the win. When you look at the corner after the bell, and you look at the corner going into the 11th round, there was a look of despair upon their faces.
Body language, man.
Yeah, their body language didn't tell like they were very confident in the win.
12th round, their body language was off too before the decision came. You see how he shot people when he was too happy when they announced it, man.
But he said in the interview to Andre Ward, shout out to Andre Ward, he does fantastic interviews, man. I think truly he is an ambassador of that sport from the ring and outside of it. But you know, he asked 12 questions. He got to the meat of it. And my man said he was confident, always confident. He said his dad was saying he was kicking his tail. But when you look at them in the corner, they don't have the look of confidence on them. They don't look like they are kicking tail.
They got confident after the judges gave it to them. That's when they got confident. But leading up to that, they wasn't so confident, man. No.
Now, even Al Booger had 7-5 for Loma. So, you know, and Al Booger, he's as partition as they come when it comes to being fair. So, you know, I'm saying, like, you know, the Kovalev fight, you could say it was close, and for sure it was. But you gotta at least factor in that 7 of those rounds was controlled by Ward. He did most of the work that manipulated the ring, that manipulated the pace and the flow of the fight. So I have to at least give it to him 7-5.
Yeah, that's I think what it was, wasn't it? 113, 113, something like that. It was like 7-5. Yeah, that's how they had it.
Now that being the case, like I said, it was a great performance by Kovalev as well too, and I understand why people who rooted for him felt like he could have won. And
in a fight like that is always going to be controversial. If it's that
those
close,
are the fights you want. You want a fight to be competitive.
You're going to say he was robbed, not robbed. You're going to say he won it. But you can expect.
To me, a robbery.
Yeah.
To me, a true robbery. Maxie Hughes.
Oh,
that was robbery.
That was almost a shutout, man.
I saw Pernell Whitaker get robbed twice. Once in a loss, once in a draw.
Yeah.
Twice. Those are robberies.
For sure.
Who else? There's a recent fight that was a robbery.
O'Shaquie and Conceição. You didn't think that one was a robbery, though. You said.
I thought that O'Shaquie won the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Russell and what's her name? I thought that was a clear robbery. Man. Like,
what's his name? Mark Macedo? That when you talking about the Philippines? Maxeo.
Maxeo, yeah, Maxeo. You're right. Yeah. I thought that was a clear robbery, man. I thought that man with one hand dominated that whole fight.
With one hand.
With one hand, and you can clearly see it was one hand the whole fight long. He dominated that fight. Yeah. And that's why I say, the same thing with who you just said, O'Shaquie and Robson, Conceição.
Mm-hmm.
See, to me, there's a mistake often made with activity and achievement. Just because a fighter is busy, don't mean he achieving anything.
Yeah.
And that Shaquie fought, he didn't achieve anything. He was just more busier. But because Shaq wasn't throwing no punches, it opened the realm for them to say, hey, look, man, I can't give him this round. So they gave it to the other guy.
They're supposed to know better than that, though, man. They're supposed to be able to look at that and see effective aggression, be able to distinguish effective aggression from just aggression. But some of them can't. Seem like some of them can't, man. These are
it clearly shows that some of them don't respect the 4 criteria, criterion which you score fight. Some of them probably just look at effective aggressiveness.
Yeah.
Some of them probably look at
aggression. And give them credit for being effective when it's just aggression is not effective, Some
even the greats see
credit for aggression.
See the professor.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. I exactly. And see, that's what I take in consideration to score my fights. I take all 4 into consideration because in the case of the Shakur De Los Santos fight, okay, so who landed the cleaner, more effective punches?
Shakur.
I mean, you can say either one, but it wasn't very many punches being landed, right?
Right.
Okay, so who showed ring generalship better? Who managed to manipulate
scoring criteria too?
You said what?
Who forces a fight?
Exactly, ring generalship. So
that by far.
So Shakur is light years ahead on the scoring card on that. And on top of that, his defense, he was making him miss to the point where he had my man standing at the ring and pointing down. Lord, dog, you just conceded that my defense is such a step above yours that you want me to come to you now.
Right.
So that's cool.
Trying to cut the ring off, you telling me come on and fight. Come get me.
And the cleaner, more effective punches was definitely landed by Shakur because he landed more. So all you got is who was aggressive. Neither one of them was aggressive. So if you even edge it to what's the name, you got him down 3-1. And my man Al Booger, being the voice of reason, he said he didn't think Foster versus Conceição was a robbery either. Yeah. I don't stand on it was a robbery. I thought he won, but I thought that Foster opened up the door for that type of scorecards to come into play.
But the good thing about it, we're going to get it again. You know?
Yeah, we're gonna get it again. And this time you better make dang sure that you don't leave it in the judge's hands.
Or Shaka
Because we
said they
see-
don't even need to have no judges. They don't even assign no judges to this one. That's what he
Said he's
said.
gonna go in there and do the dang thing, huh?
Yeah. That's what he said, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you know,
judges
to me,
don't even have none.
those are the things that
Hmm?
those are the things that like affect a fight. And I think War did a great job of limiting those things in a fight,
Yeah,
whether
he's a
it was
great
by
defensive
knockout or by just manipulating the whole
player. Mhm.
bout. War
Yeah.
did what he had to do to get that job done, and he did it very
Yeah.
well.
Yes, he did, man. He was a complete fighter, man.
Very much a complete fighter.
Yeah.
Like,
In
and
great
on top of that,
condition, in great shape, great condition, everything. He was all around, man. Well-rounded. Andre was, you know. Call a
Oh, yeah.
well-rounded fighter.
and also he was a fighter that could use any style and adapt to any style.
That's right. That's
You know,
right.
and
That is a
that's-
very good point there, yeah.
yeah, that's the ultimate point, because that's what Bruce Lee come to find out was limiting his success as a complete martial artist, is that I'm confined to a style. So if that
Okay.
opponent knows my style, then they can predict what I'm going to do.
That's
Therefore,
right.
then I become something that's against my own self.
Yeah.
So he said, in life, in contrast, you are to try to view yourself as water, because with water, it can become anything. It can become whatever you pour it in. It'll take the shape of it.
That's right.
It can crash. It can flow. It can build. It can grow. It can do a lot of things.
Put sugar in it, it'd be sweeter and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I see
So
your
yeah,
point.
so
You can do
having no
anything.
style, exactly. Having no style is like becoming water.
Right.
Being able to adapt to anything, being able to crash, being able to flow.
Take it over. Yeah.
So I think that was his greatest asset.
Yeah. Oh, boy, let me see. I got to see who next week is. I got it written down way over here. Next
Yeah,
week.
well, he wasn't my favorite boxer either, but he was definitely a great boxer. And he great because your boy Floyd be taking jabs at him.
I didn't
So
hear you.
huh?
Say it again.
Oh no, Al Booker said the Son of God was not his favorite, but he was a little boring to him. But he said shout out to him nonetheless, because he's a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? And oftentimes people who definitely dominate with skill set more so than anything else, they gonna get that moniker.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can manipulate.
Next week it's Juan Manuel Marquez. Next week's profile.
You don't ever think of Bourne when you think of his fights.
Yeah.
His fights always action packed.
I think he's underrated. Actually, he don't get the
I think
credit.
I think you're correct.
When you talk about best Mexican fighters, he got to be up there, man. But a lot of times,
in the top five for me. He in top five.
A lot of times, people don't even mention him, man.
For me, he's top five Mexican fighters of all time. For me.
Yeah, me too.
Now the four above him, they solidified, but he occupying.
But so many people were talking best Mexican fighters don't even mention Juan Manuel Marquez, man. That's all-time great.
The ones they usually gonna mention is gonna be Canelo. They gonna, like I said, I got Canelo falling in 6, but they gonna use him. They gonna use Oscar. I'm not Oscar, but Salvador Sanchez.
Yeah.
And your boy Cesar Chavez.
Cesar Chavez, for sure. I put Juan Manuel Marquez right up there with them, man.
Might for sure. For sure. And a sleeper of mine is Ornelas. I used to love watching Ornelas fight.
And Ricardo Lopez. They don't even mention Ricardo, man.
No, they don't. Ricardo was nice too.
Never beaten.
But there have been so many great Mexican fighters. It's like really an injustice to them to do a list, man. But there are some who just have a little bit more in the tank, man. Well, I could talk all day, but it's 101 on that ticker.
It's time. You're right.
It is that time.
Yeah.
Shout out the professor, prototype, Mr. Al Booger himself.
Yes, Al Booger.
The lovely queen, the moderator, Melanin
Al.
Queen 27. Shout out, baby.
Yeah.
Shout out to my main man, Jay Hardcore of the Hardcore Boxing News.
Jay coming
Shout
back
out
up
to
again
the
tonight.
technique.
You know, it's Friday. Friday night hangout tonight.
You got to bring your own bottle though when you come through though, Cash.
Yeah.
So we got to see you with the bottle.
Bring your own whatever.
The incomparable Just Do Boxing.
Whatever you do. Bring your smoke, your bottles, you know, whatever.
My main man Joe, good to see you again.
Yeah, I ain't seen Joe in a minute. I'm just glad to see Joe back.
Donnie Williams, peace and blessings, man. Glad to have you in it.
Glad to see Joe back.
Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more, the Boxing Mastermind. Ray Patterson from Jersey, the Jersey citizen of justice, the Sigma Empath. Thank you for coming this way. The better half, Miss Cass. You know what I'm saying? Mike Magic, the champ.
Yeah, appreciate Mike.
D1, the family.
Was D1? I didn't see D1.
D1 was in here.
Oh, man, salute
and
D1.
More importantly, the box story.
I was deep into it, man. I didn't even
see you was cooking. When you're cooking sometimes.
Coming up tonight at the average white, angry white man. I be thinking about the average white band. You ever heard of them, the average white band?
They used to play that funky music.
Yeah. Yeah, but I appreciate Hill too. Thomas Hill. Can't forget him.
No. It's all about the box story.
JBT.
Chad Sports. Because it's just boxing talk.
Yeah. We're gonna get ready to move on to the voice though. But appreciate you.
Shout out to the voice. The voice himself. Just Do Boxing. Govern yourselves accordingly. Make sure you do yourselves a favor. Mosey on over to the Just Do Boxing channel and see how he effectively gives boxing its just due.
That's where we heal.
Because all we do here is give you that just boxing talk. That's it, that's all. And we build one with another. All opinions, all viewpoints, all talking points are welcome and respected. So mosey your way on there. He is Cat Sports, the box historian. You just got a lesson, food for your thought, something to chew on, something to edify you, mind, body, and souls when it comes to all things pugilism. And I thank you for that, my good brother, and I shall bow out gracefully.
I appreciate you, T. That was Thomas Hill, the legendary Thomas Hill. And it's Friday. So we'll be back next week with another week of boxing history. Okay? Appreciate everybody that came through today. It's 4:00. Appreciate Thomas Hill for coming up, as always, helping close the show out. And we'll be back next week because if it's Monday through Friday at 2 p.m., it's the Box Historian bringing you all that boxing history. Now, Just Do Boxing is straight ahead. This is Cat Sports. Appreciate you, T. Hill. Everybody in the chat. Have a good weekend. Still early in the JBT day. Hang around because we got some fire stuff coming up for the rest of the day, all the way up to 10 p.m. tonight. Everybody have a good day. I'm out.